Hello and welcome to the Raw Vegan Guru channel, where we are raising our health consciousness one thought at a time, one action at a time, and one meal at a time. So today I thought that I would make a video, hopefully with this kicktail lighting studio setup I have so everything comes out well, with one of my power salads. So I have been making these power salads. These are just vegetable mixing concoctions for years now. When I first began the journey, I'll tell you, I used to make enormous power salads, and it could take me up to 2 hours between all of the dicing and the sprinkling and the mixing and the incorporation of things. And so I've brought it back a little bit over the years now. And I really just try to keep it as simple as I can, but to be the most impactful, powerful, and healing meal that I can make each and every day for my smooth flow journey. So today I'm going to be using some arugula here. That's going to be the basis of my mix here. And sometimes you will see yellowing leaves in your arugulas. There'll be a little mixture. I'll pick them out if they're real strong yellow, but believe it or not, that is actually not such a bad thing. We've been programmed to think that it has to be vibrant and green, and as true as that is, that it will give us the nutrients that we would wish to absorb, the yellowing in the mix of arugula, because it can happen rather quickly after being picked, is okay. So I'm really just going to go through this, and I just want to make sure that there's nothing rotted or sticking out, because there's nothing worse than when you have a really nice salad blend and you come across a slime leaf and it just puts you in a place. Now, arugula is very, very interesting because it's one of the bitter greens. And with the bitter greens, you're basically having a anti-fungal and antibacterial effect, just like when you have your hot peppers. Arugula really helps to protect cellular damage to the cell. That happens in a numerous amount of ways in our modern world, whether it comes to stress or even pharmaceutical use or lack of hydration or exposure to contaminants in the environment. Your cells are strained and they can be oxidized and they can be weakened and destroyed. So on a little side note, that's why fruit is the ultimate food, because fruit actually brings sugar and water into the cellular structure and strengthens and rebuilds it and protects it. So what's interesting about some of these bitter greens is it's not the same impact or the same effect, but it is going to be bringing some protection to the damaged cell. Also, arugula, like most all whole fresh raw foods, are going to have a element of anti-cancerous effect. So you have very strong anti-prostate, breast, and lung cancer that they have studied from utilizing arugula. So now let's get into our bell pepper. And this video I could probably take a few hours on if I were to go through all of the aspects of the vitamins and the minerals that you are achieving by making a concoction such as this. So when people will say to me, is a multivitamin a good idea? I'm gonna say no, because a multivitamin, beside the fact that you have to know your source, where it's coming from, you're not going to get the bioavailability and the absorption of all of the different vitamins and minerals the same way that you will from the whole raw food source. So that is, to me, just hopeful wishing and dreaming that, again, the Matrix has brought us to think that there are easy answers and something you can take in a pill form that's going to give you all of the health benefits which your body needs. So you're not going to get much from a multivitamin. There are some companies out there that have better versions of these vitamins and mineral distribution that you can get some benefit from, but you're always going to get all of your benefit from the actual whole food source itself. So maybe at another time, I actually think it'd be a good idea to do a video on vitamins and herbs when you're going to be taking them from an outside source. There are benefits to some of these items because we have lost the potency and the availability of some vitamins and minerals in our whole foods due to hybridization and the destruction of our topsoil on planet Earth and contaminants, etc. But for the most part, when you're eating all organic and as local as can be, because you're going to have that relationship to the most vibrant and potent mineral and vitamin intake locally than getting it from, let's say, Brazil and then shipped over a week to you in, let's say, North Carolina. So it's a give and take. It's an ebb and a flow. It's all about the balance always. But I definitely love to just use an array of my whole foods. So as you can see so far, I have our arugula, I have our bell pepper. What's with bell pepper? Well, you've got major vitamin C, you have antioxidant, you have anti-cancer. Now, each of these things that I am using today, here's some yellow onion, I can tell you each time you're pretty much going to find a description of anti-cancer. You're also going to find a different proportion of vitamins and minerals that you are going to basically culminate, put together, and get a multivitamin in a dish, in a meal. So now I have some cilantro. Now I love my cilantro, and one of the most important things with cilantro, beside there being nice mineral and vitamins, is its anti-heavy metal detoxification property. So cilantro is really great at helping the body drain and pull out heavy metals. Now, heavy metals can be found in all pharmaceuticals, like sulfur compounds, for example, and all of the jabberdoos that they have sold us on a lie from the beginning of the pharmaceutical industry takeover of health consciousness has varying levels of heavy metals in them. So we also have heavy metals in the waters, we also have heavy metals in the air, and we want to pull that out because that is causing destruction to our cells, to our immune system, and it is giving the perfect setting for dis-easement and neurological destruction and cancers and so on. It is anti-groovy. All right, so now, as you can see, I've brought in my cilantro, my bell pepper, and my arugula, and I'm going to start to layer my power salad. That's how I do it. So now I'm going to bring in my crushed pepper there, and we have, again, antibacterial, we have antifungal, and we have vitamins and antioxidants in our hot peppers. So hot peppers are not only giving you a little kick, but they're helping you to win. So now I have a little cumin. So I'm going to bring that here. Let's get a little angle. Let's get a little cumin. Okay. Now, what is up with cumin? So much is up with cumin. It really helps with digestion. It helps to reduce foodborne infections. So a lot of times, think about it. You're out and about and you get some food that's prepared by others. Did they clean their cutting board? What kind of conditions do they have? Did they just use the bathroom and wash their hands? It can go on and on for an invasion inside of your body. Cumin, it helps to reduce foodborne infections. It helps to lower diabetes, lower blood cholesterol levels. It helps with weight loss. It helps with fat reduction. It helps with inflammation and pain in the body. It also helps with brain clarity and concentration. And it is a great source of iron. Now look at that. Bam. We're just talking about cumin. All right. So now I'm going to get into a little bit of our coriander. I've got coriander. I always buy them big and put them in these jars. I got coriander. That's cool. All right. So coriander, what the heck? It's lowering blood sugar. It's fighting infections. It's helping brain function. And of course, it's got a couple vitamins in there. So as you can see, for what we've already done, we are building up these different elements of our vitamins and our minerals and our other aspects of strengthening the system, helping to detoxify and protect the system, and really helping the organs with things that they can connect to, that they can communicate with, that they can understand, and then begin to work at their optimal level. So you want to do a power salad like this as much as possible because the benefits are going to be enormous. So I have some chili powder here, and that's just going to be a nice mix of some heat because I just love it. And now let's bring in some shredded carrot. I love me some carrots. And what the heck is going on with carrots? Well, you definitely have anti-cancer. You have an aspect of carrot that really helps with healthy, vibrant, and strong, durable skin. So when it comes to people who have skin issues, that's going to be a little deep, a deeper rooted origin, probably such as kidney and the lymphatic system not working effectively. But you are going to get a great benefit from eating carrot because carrot is going to help strengthen the skin and keep the skin young and vibrant. Now, one of my favorite things about carrots that I'd only found out recently is that it's anti-parasitic. Now, why is that so important? It's important because parasites and worms are introduced into our bodies at different points in our lives for different reasons. Very difficult to say that you can keep away from that. And beside a great herbal regimen that will rid these parasites and worms from your body, carrots and beets, for example, and garlic, let's come into our garlic, are anti-parasitic. So you can be doing things that you're not even thinking of, but yet the impact and the medicine that is resulting is helping your system to get rid of things that will only damage you and cause health problems either now or down the road. So when people have issues such as, let's say, digestive issues, or they're not having regular bowel movements, or they're having indigestion, or they're getting heartburn, or their knees are sore, or they have a challenging time with mobility, let's say in the morning, or your eyes are crusting a lot when you wake up in the morning and it's even difficult to see until you clean out your eyes from the crust. That is actually an indication of an overgrowth of parasites in your system. So it's something that's happening that you're not even really consciously aware of or seeing, but yet it is there. So when you're eating these certain foods that have properties that are getting rid of these creatures or these atmospheres like acidity in your system that cause dis-easement, that cause imbalance, you're going to be benefiting and moving forward in a way that is almost silent. You're not even getting an instant impact from what you're doing, but you are having results over time by making the proper moves. So that's why I think the power salad is such a great idea and option, because you're really giving layers to your body responding to keep it at its optimal best and to keep you flowing, moving, and grooving. So that's why in our modern society, it's very, very, confusing when you'll hear these news reports that say, oh, eat turmeric, for example. It's, anti-cancer. It's going to help with pain. Now, that is true. So if you go out and say, oh, turmeric, it's going to help with my inflammation. It's going to help with fighting off viruses. It's going to help with my heart health. All of these things are accurate and they are true. But if you are not doing other things in your life that are going to allow that absorption or give the environment physiologically and chemically in your system to absorb, process, and utilize, example, turmeric, then you are going to be not getting any benefit, and it's just going to be wasteful, and you're going to bring it in and the body's going to kick it out, and you're not going to be able to really use it for its medicinal power. So you have to look at the big picture and take these steps that will allow the environment to get that benefit for you. So how do I mean that? I mean a power salad, because here we are given a little mix of all of these vegetables and spices that are going to go into your body, and they're going to be processed and utilized correctly because they're being given the atmosphere and they're being given the conditions to give you the results that you are going to benefit from. So if you are eating chicken and eggs and refined sugar, but then you think, let me use some turmeric today that will be really great and helpful, I don't want to be a major bummer, but I will just give you the reality that that is not so much how it works, and you're not going to get that benefit as much as if you are consistently and consecutively using these foods and making these moves each day, because you'll be building upon all of the absorption, the introduction, the familiarity for your body to start really using this as its building blocks. So if something is anti-parasitic, that is wonderful. And if you go into a strong herbal regimen and you go hard in a short duration, you may have great benefit, but that could also be shocking to the system. So what about doing these things in a daily process so that the body will just start to develop a relationship with the vitamins, the nutrients, and the magical healing powers of the raw whole foods. Not all whole foods can be eaten raw. Some squashes, that would be a heck of a time. Some potatoes would be totally uncool. So you have to know what you're doing and how to do it. But I think that a great simplistic approach and philosophy to this is just to incorporate as much of these different foods as you can through the week. So as you have seen in mainstream society, where they'll say, when it comes to eating whole foods, just eat the rainbow. Well, actually, I'm going to give them some credit where it's due, because they're right about that. Because by saying eating the rainbow, you're going to be actually incorporating a versatile display of different vitamins, nutrients, and minerals and medicine. So that's cool. Can't go wrong. Definitely don't bring in a rainbow of, Mountain Dew and Doritos, even though you've got a green and you've got an orange there. Bring in the vibrant whole foods, the raw foods, and use it in its medicinal manner, the way that it was created to keep us at an optimal, balanced, harmonious level. So turmeric, I brought that in. Anti-cancer, you hear about that all the time. Antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, and strengthens the heart. It also keeps the immune system strong. Now we're seeing a lot of problems with people having consequences with the jabberdew and health, heart complications, and destruction. So far, many of these foods, including these olives right here, are helping to strengthen the heart. These foods are helping to keep arteries clear. These foods are helping to keep your heart strong and vibrant in its function. So you do not need to rely on man-made, chemical-created toxic elements to have any system working, like your heart. You just need to have a good sharp knife and a nice cutting board. This is my organic bamboo cutting board. You may have seen it in different videos. I love it because it has been with me for a while, and boy, has it given me a lot of cutting time. So now let's get into our olives. Now, olives are absolutely incredible medicine. You have vitamin E, you have vitamin A, you have copper. Again, this is going to give heart health. This is going to help with fats and brain function, because we need healthy fats for our brains to work optimally. And if you were to eat, let's just say, a diet full of carbohydrates, refined sugars, and other processed chemicals, you would actually be depleting and weakening the functionality and the health and the ability of your brain and your heart. So what is the best foods for the brain and for the heart, beside getting all of your phytonutrients, your vitamins, your minerals from your greens and your other vegetables and your fruits, is healthy fats. So where do healthy fats come from? Well, you're looking at it right now. By the way, I am cutting these olives. These are black Kalamata olives. I am cutting these because I want to make sure there is no pit in here, because that I've been down that road, and wow, I'm lucky to have non-cracked teeth. Although I did crack a tooth once on I think it was an apple. So that was some crazy stuff. So always be mindful. Now, a dose of olives is about 16 to 24 olives. So I was just under there for that dose. All of these foods are medicines. You don't just go slop, shop, toss, overdo it. If you underdo it, you got to know that each food does have its dosage. It does have its absorption potential. And you want to play within that configuration so that you're not wasting it. You're not going over where you're just going to process it out. You're just going to eliminate through the digestive system and the waste function, but you're going to get the proper absorption. You're going to get the proper ratio of your vitamin, your mineral, and your medicines. Boom. So now I have made some lemon juice. Instead of squeezing all the lemons with you here, I already did so. So this is my dressing, by the way. My dressing is going to be lemon. Right there, bada boom. What about lemon? Well, major vitamin C, antioxidants, anti-cancer. It really brings you to a nice alkaline state pretty darn instantly, and it is anti-cancer. It is anti-mucus, anti-congestion. It's going to break things up in the body. It's going to help clean the kidneys. It's going to help basically detoxify you. So always bringing in the lemon or the lime. They are both pretty good. All right, so I have now raw cold pressed olive oil. And the thing about oils is absolutely magnificent medicine, but you can't overdo it, because if you do, it will turn into a unabsorbable, rancid, toxic oil. And then you're going to be backtracking. So we're doing all of this right now in order to give us the best version of a medicine meal. So if you overdo it with something, you're going to lose that potential. All right, so I think that I have brought everything into this mix except a little bit of my, I had this the other day, organic Scotch bonnet powder. So let's get that in here, a little of this, a little of that. Now I'm going to be mixing this up. Could have overdone it. Now, black pepper, anti-cancer, helps with, it's an antioxidant. And this is really important to bring into the mix, especially when you are using turmeric, because it activates and allows the curcumin, one of the main medicines in turmeric that we benefit from, to be activated, processed, and absorbed. So what is any salad without a little pinch and a little Himalayan pink sea salt? You want to make sure that your Himalayan pink sea salt, one of the best sources that I always look for, is from Pakistan. They have the best. And that is an essential. What do we got? That is an essential mineral to bring in each day. Now, the last thing I'm going to do here is I've got some raw organic pumpkin seeds. Now, pumpkin seeds are high in zinc. They're really good for men. Well, of course, women too, in their reproductive function, but also for prostate health. And you have zinc. Now, zinc is a very important element that we need to have in our systems. It is essential, that strengthens and protects and keeps our immune system in functionability to basically protect us from the outside world. Now, we've learned all about the immune system over these past few years, where basically the chemical poison pushers who make profit and don't save lives, they had come forward and said, no, the immune system isn't what's going to fight the outside world, which God has given us. It's going to be these chemicals that will manipulate and trick the system and degrade the system and destroy it. That will take care of the outside contaminating world. Well, the truth of all that is, we found out that ain't the truth. That's all bogus. So pumpkin seeds, they're high in phosphorus. They have manganese, another essential mineral. Vitamin K, zinc is a big one. Fights viruses. Chewbacca flu? Fights viruses. Fights bacterias. So it has very good, potent, strong medicinal value. And the dosage on pumpkin seeds is about 1/4 of a cup. Now, this whole salad I will not be eating tonight all as one. This is something that I'm going to mix. I'm going to use for tonight's meal. And then I will put it into an airtight glass container, and I'll have it over the next day or two. So here is my mixture. This has really all of the simple elements that I need. And as I went through each thing here today with you, you can see that I have covered so many aspects of different minerals and vitamins and medicines that the body can properly use in order to be at its best, to be at its strongest and nutrient dense, absorbable Jimmy Jam. So here is our beautiful, let's get this camera action going, power salad. And by the way, guys, instead of doing my videos as I have in the past with the camera on me and my theatrical performance, I know we're talking high level. We're not talking Hollywood because that is an illusion. We're talking real acting. I bring it, I give it. I've been doing it this way because I found it just a little bit easier. I don't have to set up my studio. I don't have to call in all of the tech support, and I can just do this quickly while I'm doing what I'm doing anyhow. So I hope that this video has helped you today. I hope that it's brought you some clarity, some inspiration, and some insight as to how easy it truly is to make a powerful power salad meal that will keep you in the highest level and version of yourself. Your higher self is totally involved with this situation, saying, you're doing super duper. You are major groovy. You are so intelligent. And guess what? You're doing something like this. You might begin in that journey. So I hope that this video helped you today. Please subscribe, like, and share. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to write me at any time. I'm just here to help people raise their health consciousness. Love ya. Bye.